The agent going undercover movie has been around for decades, and over those decades, we have seen many grand examples of this genre. Uh, Films like Reservoir Dogs, Kindergarten Cop, Face Off, The Departed, the Infernal Affairs trilogy, which inspired The Departed. Films like that, where an agent or cop must infiltrate a criminal organization or some organization of that ilk to get to the bottom of some sort of conspiracy theory or terrorist plot. The Those films all share in common the same tropes. Cop must get in. Will the cop be taken in? Will they be caught? And in the end, will they thwart the enemy? And those are the basic tropes that this genre of film hit. And basically, it boils down to is because we're familiar with these tropes. It's up to the filmmaker to present us a film in a very engaging and involving way, even though we know we've seen this structure before. Daniel Ragussis' new film, Imperium, is about a FBI agent who must infiltrate a Aryan faction who may or may not be involved in some sort of domestic terrorist plot. Now, as I said, that because this specific genre has certain beats that must be hit, Imperium certainly does hit those beats. But the main problem with this film, though, is that it's very basic. It really doesn't offer anything new to the genre or for this type of film, for that matter. And in the end, it just amounts to like, it was just okay. I had a lot of issues with the film. There's like one of the approaches that Ragussis took was to use numerous times, especially in the first half of the film, numerous times to use montages of Aryan footage and Hitler and other things to drive home the fact that yes, these people are evil, these people are bad. It's like, oh, aren't these guys bad? Aren't they evil? I could feel, as a filmmaker, I could forgive that the first time if it was part of, like, say, a presentation or something like the agents were in a conference room and they were like talking about the Aryan nation and the dangers they could inflict. And yeah, I could forgive that, but not. I think this happened like 4 times throughout the film, and not once was it part of a presentation or of any kind. It just happens. He just throws it out there, and it takes me out of the movie. Completely takes me out of the movie, where I feel like I'm being thrown propaganda as like, oh, look how bad these people are. Look. Don't forget that these people are bad. They're the Aryan nation. They worship Hitler. They love the Third Reich. I don't need to be reminded. You can get away with it once, but you don't need to hammer it home. Take, for example, Green Room, a great thriller from earlier this year. The villains were Aryan, skinheads, Third Reich. Not once did the film drive home through forced propaganda that these guys are bad. These guys are people not to be trifled with. I think going in, the average moviegoer knows who these people are, what they represent, and what they can do, so that going in, you don't need to be, like, have it hammered home that these people are bad. Green Room did that great. Sure, we knew that they were skinheads, and sure, we knew they were evil, inherently, and we knew they weren't people to be messed with, and it didn't dwell upon that. And the thriller was quite effective for that. But this one, it kept just driving them, these are bad people, these are bad people, these are bad, aren't they bad people? I got that already. So, multiple times I was taken out of the movie because of the choices they made. And also because this film is structured in a very basic, generic way, from point A to point B, it really didn't engage me as well, that I found myself checking my watch after the halfway point, wondering, okay, when's this going to end? The film literally did not achieve any sense of true tension, for me at least, until the final minutes of the film, when you were wondering, is this the moment where he's going to get, where Daniel Ragussis' character Nate Foster is going to get caught, and whether or not he's going to be able to thwart them in time. And like I said, throughout the film is very basic and follows the basic structure of other films about infiltration. And the moments that are supposed to be tense, just come out. I was like, no, okay. Like I said, I only had that one moment of real tension, and the rest of the movie was just, yeah, it's just all right. If they had approached this movie in a more non-linear fashion, like jumbled the narrative around, that would have engaged me more, so I could actually I stay on my toes to keep up with it. But other than that, because it's just a very basic structure from A to B, and the intrusive use of montage to drive home how evil the Aryan Nation is, just took me out of the movie. And performance-wise, it was all right. I mean, Radcliffe was good, but yeah, I wasn't entirely convinced with this character. So I would have to give Imperium 2 stars out of 5. 2 stars out of 5 for Imperium. If you like this review, hit that like button below. Have you heard about Imperium? Have you heard about the other, heard or seen about the other films that I mentioned about infiltration and undercover cops? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, so you can stay on top of my reviews as they come in. So until next time, we'll see you at the movies.